Hey guys, so if you saw my last video, then you know that I bought the Beauty Bay Sunset Horizons palette. I know that I normally keep to a specific schedule with filming, and usually I post videos Monday through Friday. And if you didn't happen to look at your subscription box over the weekend, I posted videos both days over the weekend, which is very unusual. But there was one in particular that I was surprised that more people didn't watch it because it was my top 10 palettes of 2020. So if you didn't see that, you might want to check it out, just because you wouldn't normally expect to see a video from me on a Saturday. And then yesterday, I did my Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette, and in that video I said that I was going to check out this too. Now in that video I said that I had also bought 3 of the Beauty Bay matte lipsticks and that I would be using one of those in today's video. I tried them out and I did not like the formula at all. It's one of those super dry mattes. Now I should say, like, as a disclaimer though, that my lips have been really dry lately, so it's not totally the fault of the lipstick. It's partially because my lips have been very dry, but I have a matte lipstick on today and this went on beautiful and smooth and didn't accentuate my fine lines, and I really don't want to use one of those Beauty Bay lipsticks that I bought in this video. I don't want to use them at all. I really don't like the formula. So that was a waste of money, but they weren't, fortunately they were not expensive. But I shouldn't have bought 3. I should have just bought 1 to try them. But because it was an international order and I was trying to get it up to a certain number to sort of make it worth my while, I don't know, but you won't be seeing those in any of my videos except for maybe like a disappointing products video or something like that. But anyway, if you watched yesterday's video, you know that I really liked the eyeshadow palette that I tried by them, the Book of Magic. So today we're going to try Sunset Horizons because this is the other palette that I bought. So this is what this looks like. Now, the kind of colors that I normally gravitate towards would be like this row right here, but this palette is called Sunset Horizons, so I think that we should choose colors that are more like a sunset. I mean, that would make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin by taking this light peach shade called Dusk, and I'm going to start with that. Oh, but we have to prime first. Oh my god, can you imagine if I forgot to put on my eyeshadow primer after I've been talking nonstop about how important it is to make sure that an eyeshadow primer and an eyeshadow formula work well together. This is just an AOA Studio E104 brush, and this is my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which I know is technically not an eyeshadow primer, but it works really well as one. But yeah, some eyeshadow formulas just don't work well with certain eyeshadow primers. I've come across that problem. And so what I try to do is use eyeshadow primers that will go with anything so that I don't have to worry about it. And MAC Painterly Paint Pot is one of those that just works with everything. And then for something that's a little more affordable, the Profusion Cosmetics eyeshadow primer, from what I have experienced, also works really well with everything. Okay, yeah, so that just gives me a nice clean canvas, and the eyeshadows will go over that a lot better than they would over bare skin. Alright, so now we can use that Dusk shade, and I'm just going to put that all over the entire eye area, and we're going to build on that, but I'm hoping that will work as my brow bone highlight and transition shade. I am hoping that'll be in the right color family to do that. Not color family, but the depth of color hopefully will work as that. This is just a Wet n Wild large shader brush. But look how pretty that shade is. It's sort of a pinky peach shade. Okay, so I'm gonna start by applying that in the crease area. Okay, yeah, that's plenty light enough. Okay, now that I can see that it's going to be light enough, we can go up higher. So I'm going to go right in the brow bone area. Usually I like to do a shimmer shade for the brow bone, but sometimes, you know, it's fun to just break out of your comfort zone and do something different. So using a matte today. So I'm just packing this all over the whole eye area. Yeah, this is a really pretty pinky peach. And, you know, I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything in my collection that is a matte pinky peach that is light in color like this. I don't think I have anything. And that's what I want to try to do this year in 2021 is get things that I don't already have a million of. Although I did place an order the other day for that new e.l.f. Some of the products from that new e.l.f. mint collection. I already have mint eyeshadows in my collection, but I couldn't resist because I do love mint eyeshadows. But one of the things that I got was the cream mint shadow, and I don't have anything like that, so that will be unique and can be used with my other mint powder eyeshadows that I already have, plus the palette that I ordered. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted this all over, and we can always use another brush to blend out the edges later on. So that's where we're going to start. Now next, I'm going to take my Morphe M506 brush, and this is like a small blending brush. I don't have anything else in my collection that looks like this. I think I really should pick up another one of these just in case something were to happen to this. I would have nothing else like this in my collection that I could use. Okay, now we're going to go into Flamingo. And this is a pretty bold red that's got maybe a hint of pink to it. Kind of like the lipstick that I have on today. This is one of the new Maybelline matte lipsticks that just came out. I did a whole video about that. And this is Magenta. So I thought that would pair nicely with this. I like to decide on what to use for a lipstick based on what I'm going to do on my eyes. So I kind of already had an idea of what I was going to do on my eyes and then chose this lipstick because of it. Okay, look at that pigment. Okay, so we're going to do this in the crease. Oh yeah. Reds can be tricky, but I like that this is like a pinky red. So I'm trying to slowly blend this out. Yeah, so that is like a magenta. Okay, that was taking a really long time to blend, so I just blended it out a little bit more. And now I'm just going to dip like one tap back into that flamingo shade, and I'm going to put some right on the edge of my lid and blend that out. Right into that outer area there. Okay, now next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC 239 shader brush, and we are going to go into Cocktail. Cocktail is, if you just look at it quick, it looks like a shimmery orange, but if you look at it very closely, it almost looks like it has, see if I tilt it, it looks like it has a little bit of pink mixed into the orange, so it's not quite as one-dimensional as you would think it would be. So I'm going to pick up some of that on this MAC brush. And I'm going to put that on the lids. So by using orange and red together, I figured that would be the closest thing to an actual sunset. I'm just picking up some more. Okay, I'm not getting any fallout at all, which is nice. Wow, that is a wild color combination, but it's fun. Ooh, okay, and it's going to get even crazier now because I'm going to take a Profusion ES6 brush, and we are going to dip into Hibiscus, which is this purple. Because if you notice, this is where I got the inspiration for this. Look at the cover. It's a purple background with the word sunset as in orange, and then horizons is orange and pink, and I don't really know what that color is on the bottom there, but there's no pink in this palette, so I figured I would go with this pinky red, but I was inspired by the color pattern on the front there. Okay, so we're going to dip into Hibiscus, and I'm going to do that on the lower lash line. Ooh, wow, this is wild. This is a wild color combination. I like it though. It's fun because I have a tendency to do monochromatic looks. I just use like different shades of the same color. I do that a lot. And I need to get a bit more adventurous with my color choices, I feel like. Wow. Okay, now before we move on, I would like to bring it a bit more outward. Okay, so let's go back to the Morphe M506 brush and just dip into Flamingo a little bit. And I had spent all that time blending too, and now I'm gonna mess up my blending. But yeah, I want to bring that up and just change that shape a little bit. If I don't press too hard, I can keep the edges somewhat soft. I won't have to go crazy blending it. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted it to come out a little bit more. Okay, for a liner, I think I'm going to go with black because these shades, I was going to do brown, but I just put the brown eyeliner away. I think black would actually look better with this color combination. So I'm going to use my LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Blackout. I love these. I wish that they had like a million more shades of these. They don't really, this particular line of the LA Girl doesn't really come in a lot of colors, but the colors it does come in are so pretty. There we go. Curl my lashes. Milani, the Violet One Lash Primer. Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Okay, so I just did the other eye to match, but I like this palette. I like this color combination. I like the way it turned out. I'm happy with this. The only thing I can say is that the crease shade Flamingo, I had to blend that longer than I normally would with a crease shade, so it did require a little bit of extra blending, so that one was a bit drier and yeah, just needed a little bit more work, but that's not a big deal because when it comes to eyeshadows, as long as I'm happy with the finished look, then I'm not complaining because I've had palettes in the past where, you know, you could do whatever you wanted to do with it and you couldn't get a pretty result, but I love this. I love the color selection and I like the tones of these colors. This is really pretty. But yet, you know, if you wanted to go the warm route, you've got a different type of orange over here and a gold and some yellows. And so depending on what you wanted to do, they gave you some choices there, which is really nice. Because usually when you think sunset, you know, it tends to be warm choices. But then you've got purples and blues and aqua and you've got neutral shades on the bottom, so there's a lot you can do with this palette. There was a lot you could do with the Book of Magic palette too. But I like this. And so now I've used two Beauty Bay palettes, and I really like both of them. And I have a feeling that Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes maybe there will be more in my future. Didn't like the lipsticks though, but that's okay. I do really like the eyeshadow palettes. So really happy with the way that turned out. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, thanks for watching.